important basics of international commercial arbitration, we'll come to a procedural aspect of the law, that is how to enforce a foreign award. A foreign award can be enforced in India under two parameters, that being the New York Convention for enforcement of and recognition for foreign arbitral awards and the Geneva Convention of 1927. Now, in the event that the country is signatory to both these conventions, the norm states that the New York Convention will take precedence, as we have discussed before, that most of the countries are signatories to the New York Convention. Now, the enforcement of a foreign award in India takes place via Section 58 and 49. Okay. Now, 49 deals with the enforcement of foreign awards under the New York Convention, whereas Section 58 deals with the enforcement of foreign awards under the Geneva Conventions of the Part 2 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. Now, there are two parameters that are to be kept in mind while enforcing these awards, that are reciprocity and commercial reservations. That being, under Section 44B and Section 53C of the Arbitration Act, we need to see that the government from which country we are trying to enforce the award, that there's an equal reciprocal provision which is maintained. Furthermore, what we need to look is that the award that we're trying to enforce has a commercial holding. If these two parameters are more or less not compliant, then the award would not be enforceable as a whole. Now, Section 34 is also of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act, which is basically setting aside of an arbitral award, is also applicable while enforcing a foreign award. While enforcing a foreign award, we have that layover period of 1 month to challenge the award. Now we'll have to wait that period out and then enforce the award as stipulated under Section 34 of the Arbitration Act. Now, Section 48 and 57 namely lays down certain deal breakers for enforcing a foreign award, and they need to be satisfied. There are certain parameters which need to be satisfied. They are that the parties who are enforcing the award should not be under any incapacity. There should be a valid and appropriate notice of arbitration. The subject of the arbitration falls under the terms of the submission of the arbitration. The composition of the arbitration tribunal was not in any way against the arbitration agreement. Okay, the arbitration award or the subject matter of the arbitration does not in any way violate the basic notions and norms of morality and justice, and is not in breach of the fundamental public policies of India. Okay. Now, in addition to that, what we need to keep in mind is Section 75 and 81 of the Arbitration Act, thereby making an award which is induced by fraud and corruptions. Now, an award needs to be free of all these parameters I just mentioned, in order to be an effective award which is to be enforced within the perimeters of India.